Okay. I'm going to do a series of these as well, by the way. I'm going to do the open file. I'm going to do diagonals. I'm going to do outposts. Okay. I'm going to do all kinds. No. I don't want to ban him. Bagel. Hi, Bagel, by the way. Welcome. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen your name before, so welcome to the stream. And Captain... You can hear the fear in my voice. Thank you, Captain. I'm so scared. No, I don't care for people who want to, call you out on stream right now. I'm not playing. I'm not, doing other things. I am doing the open file right now. Okay. So as I point out, I will do a whole series, by the way. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, Jason, throwing some bitty bits our way there. Thanks for the follow, Bagel HK, and also for DSASD, Disasda. Thanks for the follow, guys. And again, Jason Pierce Sweeney, throwing 1,050 bits our way there. Thank you so much, Jason. Of course you're new, Bagel. I know you're new. Oh, yes, you're right, Bagel. You're right. Of course, you can ignore someone as well if you want to. You are completely right. yeah. Middlegames is for noobs like 350. Okay. Tactics work on chess peoples. Okay, so here we have a situation for white. Okay, it's completely equal, right? We have equal pawns. And we have a rook versus rook and king. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, you broke Bakuza's top tier. You know what? You're right. You did break Bakuza's top tier. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy, Jason. Good job. Thank you, Etienne. Thanks for the 50 bits, buddy. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, now you get top tier honors, Jason. Good job. I forgot about that. You're completely right. I forgot about that. Okay, so what do we play here for white if we want to take advantage of the open file theory? I'll give you guys a little bit of tough stuff like that. Okay, there we go. So Pran V says, let's take the pawn, and after takes, we can infiltrate the 7th rank. Okay. Thanks, Etienne. Every little bit adds up as well, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if 1,000 people gives 50 bits, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. So yeah, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, so everybody wants us to play pawn takes pawn, right? Okay, exactly, Fenstyle, exactly. Okay, so after takes, we play rook c7, right? And now, of course, we're attacking the pawn. Okay? After rook b8, what is the correct move for white to play now? Let's see if you guys can sneak in here and find the correct move for white. It is still important to play the game perfectly correct here, because if you give black enough time, black will be able to fix his problems. Okay? And how he will do that is playing king here and king here. Then he chases your rook away. Okay? He's got all the 7th rank squares defended, and then your rook will have to disappear. Oh, Mango Town says king up. That is completely wrong. King e2 is wrong, boys. Okay, Music Dan. The Music Dan says rook d7. Exactly. Why do we play rook d7? Because now we are attacking the pawn. If he plays e6, we go back to c7. What did we accomplish by doing that? Now the king can no longer go here because this pawn is hanging. Okay. 350, we have to first fix the position so that he does not have the option of going king e8 and king d8. Okay. So rook d7 is a beautiful move in this position. Exactly. Now after rook d7, he has to play e6 if he wants to save the pawn. Okay. Now he goes here and we go back. Now the king can't go here anymore because, of course, the f7 pawn falls. Okay, now you have the time to bring in your king whichever way you want to run up here too. Okay, maybe even we want to go this way. I don't really know. Okay, plenty of options for us because now the king is confined to protecting this pawn and the rook is confined to protecting this one. Okay, this is an endgame. I understand. I understand it's an endgame. Okay, but just to show you the basic, Aniket, of what an open file is and how it's important to take over, I'm going to use a couple of basic ones and work my way to a middle game situation. Okay, so it's still part of Middlegames because, of course, open files are something that happens a lot more in the middle game as well. Yeah, exactly. So now the rook is doing such a fantastic job, by the way. It's got control of the file. It covers f7, which this one has to protect, and it covers this one, which this one has to protect. So in any given situation, by the way, like let's say you try this, right? Now you have the problem of this. Yeah, Aniket, that takes a lot of time to do. That is the big problem, right? Now I'm threatening here. If you go king here, I can play here. And now that pawn's dead. Okay. So now we go back. So in this situation, I'm not saying that it is the easiest victory you'll ever have in your life as white, but white is in a very good spot to continue on trying to build pressure. Hey, Schreider! Yeah, you're right. So of course we would probably run this way around, right? Because if you ever play here, I play here, and if you go king here, I go back here and attack the e pawn. I'm good, Schreider. Good. Very, very good. Okay, so again, I'm not saying that this is winning for black. I'm just saying, look at how great the position looks for white. Okay, and this is the purpose of an open file, is we want to get our rook to the 7th or 8th rank and completely control the position. Okay, so it was just a simple example. I just want to start slow for the more beginner players to understand how strong a piece can be. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. 53. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the next puzzle. Next position. Okay. Here we have another situation. Okay. So we keep on adding more pieces. Okay. I'm going to add on more pieces to the examples. Okay. So here it is white to play. And once again, our objective is to take control of an open file, then enter into the 7th rank and obviously play from there. Okay. So what does white play right now? I must admit, all this talking, I have to constantly drink something because my throat gets really like dry. Okay, so Schreider says d6. Correct. Okay. Now, Schreider, just for interest's sake, if you play d6 and he tries, it doesn't work, but I'm just going to throw it out there, right? If he tries rook d8 to pin you, what do you play as white? So if d6 and he tries to play rook d8, what then? How does white win then? Bast. Yeah, so you would just take the knight. Exactly. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand. So d6, you don't have to worry about rook going in here because you can just take the knight. Because if he takes you, then you queen. Happily. Okay. So just pointing out that that would be stupid. Okay. Chonchev? No. So white plays d6 because he wants to open up the d file, which he has control over. Okay. Now, you don't have much of a choice, so pawn takes. And now you play rook takes. Now you have the open file. Okay, so white has taken control over the open file. Okay. Sheppy says, first give your king a more of a Luft square. Yeah, Sheppy is our favorite troll. No, you know what? Piece of sheet is our favorite troll. Sheppy is our second favorite troll. Okay. Now, how white would continue is he's going to play rook d7, okay, which then of course will attack here, here, and here, okay, and then he's going to continue on with either this or this to obviously put more pressure on here. There is no real good way for black to free himself from all the issues that are on its way. Okay, he's going to have to be super passive if he wants to try and hold. So let's try something sneaky to try and hold this position. Okay, let's say we try here, rook d7. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm seriously gonna try now. Okay, so then maybe I can try. Ugh, that looks disgusting. That looks disgusting as well. Hey Bakus, good morning Bakus. How are you this morning? So good to see you. Always nice to have you up and fresh in the morning. So now knight e7 is e5 is still the threat here, right? This pawn is hanging. Let's try something like this. I'm trying here, okay? I'm seriously trying. Let's say we play here first, just out of being a meanie, right? Or do we play rook here first, just attacking the pawn, okay? Yeah, this is disastrous. This is just losing, right? I mean, you can't defend the pawns, okay? There's just no way to defend the pawns. You want to play rook d8? Okay, I'm just gonna take the pawn. It's free. You know, I don't mind me some free pawns. It's no circus. It's no circus. The problem is the A pawn is hanging. Okay, so here's the problem. The A pawn is hanging. Okay. Yeah, if a6 gets played, right, then maybe here first. So, you know, it's probably just lost. Could you give me the shortest version of your approach to openings? Yeah. When you say my shortest version of my approach to openings, do you mean how do I study them? How do I, you know, go deeper into them and so on and so forth? Is that what you mean, G moves? F6 runs into this. You're looking for a whole heap of trouble now. Hey, Isaac Lee! I tried to because I got held by Automod. Isaac Lee, you got sneaked by Automod, right? Yeah, this is going from bad to worse for black here. Now the check is, you know, ominous. I mean, this is really not going very well. So yeah, so you end up just losing this, okay? He's saying that maybe we can try and get some counterplay. Okay, so Sheppy says maybe after a6, knight e5, we go rook d8. Okay, but Sheppy, here's the problem with your theory here. Okay, what about I just take and then play here? So yeah, so Sheppy, again, I can just go into an endgame here where I'm probably just better as well. Okay. Now there's so many people chatting again. So can somebody just type exclamation mark stats? Yeah, like philosophy in your repertoire. How much time you spending and where are you stopping variations? G moves. My general variations go fairly deep. Okay, like if I'm doing like a proper, you know, like my Sveshnikov. Okay, you know, when I'm doing proper analysis in the Sveshnikov, then I'm looking for specific ideas and stuff, right? That I want to try and get in the situations. Okay. How do you advance 1800? I've been stuck there for a while. Oh, Schreider, it's a tough one. It's a tough question to answer, Schreider. The trick with 1800 is that, okay, first of all, you're probably doing a lot of endgame stuff still badly. So you need to learn a lot more about endgames, okay? And, you know, you're most likely not doing great in middle games as well, okay? So you need to learn a bit more about planning and stuff like that. Okay. And then G moves, as I was pointing out, the only time I'm satisfied in a position is when I feel like from where I got out of the openings, let's say move 15 to 20 or whatever, right? If I go that deep, then I will stop with a variation when I feel like, okay, it's completely equal or I'm perfectly fine, or I can understand, you know, where I'm going from here. If I don't, I'll go deeper. I'll happily go deeper if I have to, because if I don't understand exactly where I'm going, then of course I'm not happening. Yeah, the music, Dan, you're completely right? I mean, consistency is the big issue, right? The difference between a 2100 and a 2400 is consistency. The 2100, right, can beat a 2400, but he's only going to do that maybe 2 out of 10 times, if he's lucky enough, right? Okay. Exactly, Isaac Lee. You are definitely Magnus Carlsen, but just a bit more inconsistent. Okay. I'm going to go on to the next example, by the way. MMR. do you play StarCraft, Etano Circus? By the way, Etano Circus, for all of you who are new, if you're not following us on Twitch yet, come and give us a follow on Twitch. If you're watching from Lichess right now, you can just click on the red text underneath the video that says something like Twitch TV/doctors. Yeah, just click on that and come and give us a follow. Ooh, there it is. Night Griffin and Spooked 5656. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thank you so much, boys. Okay, is there even a best way to attack or improve position sometimes? There should always be a way to improve. He needs to improve openings. Floyd. Okay, it's white to play. Let's see if you guys can play this correctly. Let's see if you can see, first of all, can black take the open file, and can black keep it? That's a cool idea, Mar. Unfortunately, it doesn't work right now. If you play bishop g5, he's going to play f6. It's not great, but, you know, he might do it. Okay. Man, get down! Man, go down! Okay, so unfortunately, bishop g5 doesn't work. But it's a cool idea, Mar. I want you to keep that idea in mind. Okay. Ooh, okay. Schreider says then he just thinks it's a draw. Thank you so much, Etano Circus. Thanks for the follow there on Twitch, buddy. Yeah, the music, Dan. This is a cute puzzle. Okay, so how does white continue here? Okay, and win contest, you want to play bishop e3. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I like that. So he says rook d1, right? And now if he says, which one? Blah, 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 blah. Which rook do we play? Nah, a6 doesn't accomplish much, to be honest. First of all, which rook should black use to go to d8? Hi, GM1224. Welcome back, buddy. And thanks for the sub earlier. I just say again, thank you so much for the sub. I'm loving that we're starting to get a little bit of a sub train going here, okay? I'm loving it. Well, yeah, Etienne and Turkey Farm. Remember that we're busy with open files, okay? So, of course, a6 doesn't do anything. Okay, so Pran V says e-rook. Okay, why is it important to use the e-rook? Okay, why is it important to use the e-rook? Why is it bad to use this rook? Can someone tell me why it's bad to use that rook? Okay, so Etano Circus, this is a peculiar situation, okay, where we want to think that moving this rook here is better, but it's actually bad, okay. So if you play this rook, then bishop e3 attacks the pawn here, okay. So rook a to d8 is actually a bad move, because now if you play a6, the bishop goes into b6, and now suddenly your other rook cannot go to d8. So you cannot hold anymore. Sup, Spooked? Okay. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's it. That's it. Back again, Ben Cool. Hi, Ben Cool. How are you? And now, of course, after takes, you're in a world of trouble here. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go back. If you play rook e to d8, big difference. Okay. Now, if bishop e3, how does black defend? Let's see if you guys can find us a way to defend here as black. Black to play and defend. So black to play and defend the position. Of course, he cannot play a6 because of the same idea, right? So, nope. And you can't play b6 because, of course, then you just lose a pawn. So, nope. So, how does black defend against the penetration of the the d file? See if you guys can figure this one out. This is, by the way, a situation where black can actually defend the d file here. Okay. Albeit a little bit tricky to defend. So let's see if anybody can come up with a defensive idea. If he takes, what do you mean, black? How does black just take? That will just lose. You know, then the rook's gonna come to d7 and you're in big trouble. Bishop f6 is an interesting idea, but you're still going to give up the file then. If bishop f6, I take, bishop takes, and I go rook here and then rook to d7. So you can't allow that. No, bishop f6 doesn't work. I just take. If you take with a rook, okay, it's maybe still okay as well. Nah. Cool. So it's maybe not a bad idea. Bishop f6 could possibly be okay. But what if I play king f2 now? Here. There we go. Sorry. King f2 now. The point, of course, is that your pawn is still hanging, right? Okay. Bishop f8 is not correct either. B6 just loses a pawn, guys. B6 just loses a pawn, right? Because there's two attackers. Okay. So there's two attackers there. The best move, by the way, for you guys is actually to play king f8. There you go, Aniket. Good job. King f8 is actually the best move for black. Okay. The point is that after you take here, I take here. Now, of course, if you take here, I go check, and naturally I win the pawn back. Okay, I can flip the board if you really want me to. Give me a second. I can flip it if you want to be defensive. Of course, we were still trying to play it for white, technically, and then just finding a way for black to defend. Okay. MCJGP, what's up? So this is actually a cooler idea by black, is to play king f8. Okay. Because now, of course, if you take, I take with a rook, and if you take this pawn, I go check here, and I win this pawn. It's not looking so great, because then that one drops as well. And after, you know, king e8, of course, then my king can even take as well. So many, many ways for us to draw. Okay. No worries, GM1224. So this is a very cool little idea from black. But I must admit that bishop f6 seems like it could work as well. Seems like it should hold everything together. But the king f8 idea, you know, the bishop is still happily, you know, attacking down this diagonal. I flipped it already, GM1224. It's flipped. It's flipped, my friend. It's flipped. I flipped the script. MC, why would MC be sleeping, man? No ways. Never sleep. Never sleep, my children. Never sleep. Okay, boys and girls. So black can actually defend against this infiltration attempt. Okay? From him. Now b4, then the pawn just hangs. That doesn't look great. Yeah, the king just comes to e8 and helps this fight. Okay. Perfectly acceptable. Why are you confused, 53? Thank you for the follow there, Man H Dukende MD. I have no idea what the hell that's. Manch Dukende. It's like, what am I doing here, right? Yeah, must I flip the board sideways? Is that what you guys want? No, like flip it a little, just a little more, just a teensy weensy little more. Yes, there we go, MCJ. You're right. Sleep is for the wussies, guys. It is currently 7:30. No, yeah, 7:30 a.m. Come on, who sleeps? I don't sleep. Again, when I control a file, my opponent just tries to trade down all rooks, and then no one has control over the D file. What do I do? Gold Eaglet. This is, of course, okay. This is a beginner way of trying to do this. Okay, what you want to do when you take an open file, sometimes, of course, your opponent can just oppose the open file, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, but what you want to try and do is you want to try and see if you can attack the pieces that he has that will defend the file in question, right? So that you can control it yourself. Okay, so sometimes we don't want to take the file immediately ourselves. Okay, this is what we're going to look at right now. Okay, we're going to look at an example where we don't actually want to take the A file or the file straight away. Sometimes we want to prepare a little bit first. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next example here. Okay, it is white to play. Okay. Okay, this is not the example yet. Here, where Mar in the previous puzzle, Mar, you pointed out an idea. Okay, now this is the example of that. Okay. Okay. Are you serious, MCJ? Was he really your coach when you were young? That's cool, man. That's awesome. That is very cool, man. How old are you now, MCJ, if I may ask? So here it is white to play. There we go, Floyd. Thank you so much. So here we force the square by attacking it with a piece that the rook cannot ignore. So by playing bishop f6, now we take control over the d square. And if we have control over the d square, the d8 square, I mean, then we will be able to get into d7, which of course is our objective. So after bishop f6, okay, black has nothing that he can do about the invasion that is coming on d7, okay? And note how nicely this bishop is also dominating the squares of this knight as well. Okay, so this bishop is a beauty. It's a beauty. Yeah, so Mar, exactly. So here you want to use the piece to attack the rook, and then of course you have control over the d8 square. Okay, it's a simple example again, but I'm just trying to point out that sometimes we can use a piece to try and control a square which is controlling the file. Okay. So this is something that that Gold Eaglet asked about, okay? So this is the kind of thing that you need to try and accomplish, Gold Eaglet, okay? Sometimes we have to try and see if we can find a way to make that happen so that we can actually get control over the D file, okay? Now, this was a very simple example, okay? It was just an example of showing you how to use a piece. Okay, so now here, let's say the guy moves, let's say here, or let's say trades off one pair of rooks. We take, and I have no idea what he's going to do. Shall we play here just because? No, then this starts looking quite bad. Or do we just play here anyway? Doesn't really matter because, of course, here or here. Looks like we can just keep on applying pressure. Yeah, that's a very good point. 38165. Hey, what's up, Spiriki? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay, but that takes a very long way, right? How do you do that? Gold Eaglet? How do you accomplish that? Because if he goes, let's say here, you go here, you can't move here now. Yeah, see? The rook is already protecting b7. Now, of course, I'm just going to double up here. And all hell will break loose. Okay. So unfortunately, this is not a great way to go. So yeah, so eventually we're just going to obviously just continue on in here, right? I mean, something has to break. Now, again, we haven't gotten to this part of Middlegames yet, okay? And we will, I promise, okay? Is that one weakness is not necessarily enough to win, okay? But by having control over the D file and the 7th rank, it is much easier for us to create another weakness. Okay, the theory of two weaknesses is something that is well known in chess. If you want to be able to win the game, then you need to be able to create two different weaknesses. Then you want to stretch him nice and thin until something breaks. Spioriki, it is actually 7:30. It is 7:30 for me. You know I don't sleep, man. Sleep's for the weak. Okay, you know that. Knight d8 doesn't help because after rook here, now there is 3 attackers. And now your knight has to move again. So now your knight looks like a dummy. A dum-dum. Okay. And now I can play stuff like this and rook comes in here and I just keep on going further and further into the position. Okay. Okay, yeah, so Itano Circus, okay? The point of the rook on d7, right, is that it pins down all of black's pieces, okay? Black's rooks now cannot get into the game because they're stuck behind all of their own pawns. Okay. Itano Circus, this is the point of having control over the d file here, is that black's pieces now are trapped behind his own forces. Okay. And rooks, trust me when I say this, do not want to be trapped behind his own pieces. Okay. So something like rook here now, if you defend it, I just go in rook here. Yeah, Spioriki, it gets light very early here. Remember, it's summer. So it gets light at like 5:30, man. Like 5:30, it's already light. Okay. Perfect. Now, of course, if you take, you take, and now the knight still has to move, and it's not a happy knight. It's just not a happy knight. We can even play, like, let's say your knight goes here, I can take, and then take. And now, finally, I've won a pawn, okay? Still not the easiest game on the planet to win, but I've won a pawn. Okay, so I've made progress. Progress is very important, children. Okay. And I still have control over the 7th rank, right? And, of course, your rook cannot get in because my king is defending. Okay. Perfect. Okay, next one. Next position. Here we have an interesting one. Yeah, it's summer, bro. I'm rocking it in summer, bro. Today is supposed to get up to 43 degrees Celsius. Celsius, not Fahrenheit. 43 degrees Celsius is supposed to be today's weather. So I'm going to die today. Luckily, I'm sleepy. I sleep through most of it. I sleep in the day, okay? Fence style, of course, these are superior positions, okay? But the point is so that you can understand how to make the superior positions into an actual victory, okay? That is the point, fence style, okay? Because a lot of the time, we get into positions, but we don't know how to win it, okay? Or we don't know how to get to a superior position in the first place. Yeah, exactly, 43. Yeah, 43. That was what it was supposed to be for today. I'm gonna die. Just gonna blow it up here. So yeah. Okay, cool. So here we finally have a situation, right? Where very good move, Schreider. Okay. So the point here in this position is that if we take the file immediately, what is the problem if we take the file immediately? Let's see. Let's see. Why does white not want to take the file immediately? Let's see if anybody can find the answer to that. Why does white not want to take the file right away? Yeah, I know, MCJ. I know. It's like minus 20, right? Only if you can attack it. Okay. Hi, Excellent. By the way, guys, if you're new, Excellent, everybody, if you're watching from Lichess right now, do us a big favor and just click on the red text at the bottom of the video that says Twitch TV/Chess Doctors and come and give us a follow on Twitch. Okay? We're obviously trying to build up our numbers so that we can get partner status with Twitch. Okay. I still haven't seen... Ooh, black can get outpost on d5. There we go. Pran V. So if you go rook first, right? You go rook here. And now if you play bishop b6, the rook has a beautiful outpost on d5. Note that there is multiple pawns that are defending the rook on d5. Now you won't ever be able to take over the file. So I'll show you an example. Rook goes here, and you play here, right? This is our general idea. The problem is the rook now can sit on d5. Okay. So just so you guys can understand why you don't take the file immediately in some situations. Okay. You need to be careful of moves like this, okay, where they can now block the file completely, and of course you don't have any pieces that can chase it away. You don't have anything that can attack this rook. Okay. So rook d5 is nice, and if you take, he's just going to take with this, and of course now the files are closed anyway. Okay. So, of course, white does not take the file immediately, as you guys pointed out. Thanks, Excellent. Thanks for the follow, buddy, and welcome to the hospital. Let me know if I can help you with any ailments or problems that you have. Okay, so instead of playing rook here, rook, you know, and then going to d5, we play bishop to here first. We play bishop b6 first. Now nothing can go to d8. Okay. And now we can put our rook, and put our rook. Okay. Nice and simple. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. I tried, by the way. If you play here, right? Then I play here. You can't play rook d6. Oh, you mean you want to play rook d6 here? Sorry, let me get to it. You want to? I'll show it to you. You want to go rook d6 here. This is bad because your pawn's gonna die. Okay, this pawn is not looking as happy as you wanted it to look, because now, of course, you're activating my piece here. Okay. Hi, Hayum. Kalante, yeah, I know, I saw, right? He's even online right now. Like the superhuman version of AlphaZero is online right now. So yeah, so then you just lose the pawn. Okay. And this is probably not good enough. Yeah, maybe it's still okay. But I would probably play here, by the way. Rook here. Let's say you play rook here, I play rook d7. And now, again, how are you going to make progress? Yeah, not so happy. Okay, not the happiest of times. I can even play bishop here now, and of course, just put more pressure on this. Okay, so unfortunately... Yeah, exactly, MCG. That's why I moved rook to d8 and rook d7. You're completely correct. Bishop takes b2 might actually lose because, of course, if the pawn gets here, then here you're in big fat poo-poo. Big fat poo-poo. You are more than welcome, Hayum. Hayum, we did used to have a channel, a YouTube channel, but we kind of screwed around with it a little bit, and I think I'm going to create a new one where I will upload these videos to YouTube as well. But by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, you don't need YouTube anymore, okay? Twitch has videos too, so you guys can watch these videos on Twitch again, okay? There's even a collection. I've made an endgame collection and a Middlegames collection on Twitch, okay? So you can go to Twitch to watch the videos again. Okay, you don't need to go watch it on YouTube. You can go and watch them all on YouTube again. Okay, and yeah, so that is also true. You could play bishop f8 as well. You are right. You could probably play that. And now, boom. Now you're gonna move your rook again. Now you feel like a little retard. Little stupid. Little stupid. Okay. Good morning there, Artyom. How are you? How was Russia this morning? How's Russia treating you this morning? Is it nice and freaking cold? Okay. So after bishop b6, on the other hand, you're completely screwed. Okay, Hayum. Yeah. We are looking at fixing that problem as well. Okay? Oh, turkey farm, you must be suffering, man. Okay, so I looked at it at an example, right? So after rook e8, okay, I go rook a to d1 and rook e7. Okay, trying to hold on here. Now, rook d3, okay, rook a to e8 was my attempt. But here's the problem. Bishop d8. Uh-oh, suckered. Okay, so that's the type of problem that you run into. The rooks cannot help defend d7. So now you're going to double up and you're going to get your rook to d7 anyway. Okay, that is going to be the problem. There's no way you can prevent me from getting to d7. And of course, once I do, then your b pawn is weak. And of course, your rook can try and defend, but then the bishop attacks it. And when it moves, wherever my rook takes. Okay, so eventually you just win the game. Yeah, bishop b6, boom, game over. Just GG, bro, GG. Okay, very, very nice. We have the next one. I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, so here we have another situation, okay? Again, it's not a tough situation, but it's a situation nonetheless. So, how do we continue here as white? Yeah, bishop d8 was a sneaky little move there in between, right? If he tried rook e8. Quite fun, quite fun. Artyom! Yes, black is positionally lost. Oh, that's cool, Artyom. Let us know how it goes with your tournament, buddy. If you have any interesting games, Artyom, then you can come and join us in Discord, of course, if you haven't done so. For all of you who are new, by the way, you can come and join us on Discord. Just type !Discord if you want to know the link for the Discord channel. You can come and join us in Discord. And in the Discord, you will see that we have a sub-channel called Viewer Games. If you post a game in there that you would like us to analyze, then when we do the viewer game analysis, we will put your game in the list and we will go and have a look at your games. Okay? And we'll analyze your games live on stream. Okay? Yeah, so as Aniket points out, very, very simple. We just take, right? And after take, we just play rook d7. Perfect. Excellent. So it's a simple example. Once again, very easy. Okay? Not rocket science. The bishop is defending, stopping us from going here, so we get rid of it, and then we enter on the 7th rank. So after takes, knight takes, rook d7. Okay. Exactly. It's a very simple one. The music, Dad, you're still here, sneaking it in there in the background. Are you a little lurker? Okay. Why would we go rook d6 when we can go put our rook on d8? You want to know about rook d6 here. He could play rook e6 as well. Okay, maybe then you have that, right? Rook d6 runs into this. Careful of the forky, okay? So rook d6 is a little bit more tricky. He can maybe just fight back immediately. Okay. So maybe that's not so great. Cheers, Spiriki. Have a nice one. Okay, so yeah, so we just take, right? We just take, knight takes, and rook d7. If you go here, I play here. Okay. If you try this, okay, then I play here. then of course I will enter on this square eventually. Okay. Actually, e4 you need to play at the right time. Okay. So I'm going to go back a little bit here first. So after rook d7, okay. Okay. Interesting, right? Now we play rook e7 again. Okay. Alright. Or we can play here as well. Okay, which is a bit more tricky, right? And now after rook d1, it's actually not that simple, Aniket. It's not that simple. You still need to understand that you have complete grip over the game. And because of it, black is lost. So now he takes, right? Rook takes and rook e7. Okay. Now we continue the game. Still a little tricky. Okay. We go check. Okay. King goes to f7. And now it is important for us to play the move. Wait, what? e4, I think, was what I wanted to play. In my head, I remember that we wanted to play e4. Oh, sorry. In this variation, of course, we play g4. Yeah, or e4. Doesn't really matter. Okay, whatever. Yeah, exactly. g4, right? And now when the knight moves, we go and we attack the rook. Okay, now the rook has to go here and we go check. And of course, we win some pawns. It didn't really matter where the knight went. Okay. Okay. But now we're going to make it a little bit more tricky. Okay. Let's go one step back here. What if the king goes to g7? Because now the rook still has f7 as an escape square. Okay. Now, if the king goes to that specific square, okay, then we play e4. Okay. Now, of course, the knight can't go here because of g3 and you're busted. Okay, knight's trapped and he is just screwed. Okay, knight has to go back to h6 and we play bishop a3 and the rook goes to f7. So still holding on. Sorry, rook goes to f7. Okay, but now you need to notice that the knight, by the way, has nowhere to go. It has no squares. It has nowhere to go. You can't play this because of this. Okay, problems all over the place. Okay. A lot of these, Artyom, a lot of these examples are from books, of course, you know, different books and stuff like that, you know. Interesting little tidbits all over the show to get, you know, just open files. These are quite basic, of course, okay. So, you know, so these are just a little bit more basic so that people who are still, you know, getting used to the game can try and understand how controlling an open file can be, okay. I will do tougher examples in the future, okay, but this is for the more, you know, intermediate player. Okay. Yeah, so after h4 the point is that I just completely dominate your pieces. Okay, like knight goes back here, I play g4. Okay, and now if you go knight here, I can just play more controlling moves, because again the knight has nowhere to go. The knight can't go anywhere. It has no squares. It's useless. And now I can just continue clamping down on you. Eventually I can just get my king around to the square. Beautiful little endgame. Turkey farm, I am happy, my friend. I am happy. Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, stronger players can still find something in here as well. Yeah. That's exactly right, Turkey farm. You know, sometimes we don't look at certain stuff. Okay, so here we have clamped down completely. Okay, king is stuck, the rook is stuck, and the knight is stuck. Only thing left to do, hey, charge up the board like a little prick. Okay, so once you have the guy completely pinned down, you can start using your king. Okay, it was extremely important for white here to force everything to be pinned down, and now he's just going to use his king. Okay, and if anything moves on the queen side, then you create more problems for yourself. Okay. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's not the easiest of examples ever, but it's a beautiful example of just completely controlling the board. Okay, you know what? I am going to continue. Okay, I'm going to do the last example as well. Okay. it is a little bit late, but I'm going to finish what I wanted to finish for this stream. Okay, so here is our last example for the day. Okay. Okay. Now here, it is white to play. Okay. How does white take control over the C file? See if you guys can find the right way for white to take control over the C file. This is it, boys. Got to take control over that C file. How do we do that? As long as you guys keep on learning, you know what I mean? That's all I want, right? That's literally all I want. Aniket, beautiful bishop a6 move, okay? Why bishop a6? Explain to me why bishop a6. Turkey farm, good job. Explain to me why do you want to play bishop a6? Why do we want to get rid of the light squared bishops? Why? Explain. Don't just make moves, explain. You know? You want to give reasons for your moves. You can't just make moves, you know. Okay. I mean, my job, of course, is to explain why a move like bishop a6 is a good move. Okay. MCJ, that's a little bit slow. Okay, good. So what everybody wants to do here with the bishop a6 move is that they want to control the c8 square. Okay. So somebody pointed out, MCJ, you pointed out, let's say we take here, queen takes, rook goes here, we go queen here, and rook here. Okay, that looks great. That looks fantastic. But it's a little bit not quick enough, maybe. Because after a move like rook here, okay, what are you going to play? Let's say you go queen here, and I play knight here. Now I'm threatening to play rook c8 again, and I have freed myself of this terrible, terrible darkness that you have tried to befall me. You have tried to befall me with terrible darkness. And I say no. I say no, children. I say no. Because draws are bad. Okay. Okay, kids. Draws are bad. Don't do draws. Okay. Because draws are bad. For those of you who don't know, you know, as Mr. Mackey says, draws are bad. Don't do draws, kids. Okay. Okay, just don't do draws. And of course, we're attacking this pawn as well, right? So, okay. So that is why bishop a6 gets played, because black can untangle this way if he keeps this bishop. But if we play bishop a6, he is forced to take, okay? Because if he goes back here, Chessbra, hey Chessbra, hello. Dogs bad, okay. Okay, chess bros. Okay, draws a bit. If you think you don't know, you okay, yeah, yes, okay, kids. So you play bishop a6, okay, and the idea is just to take over the c8 square, okay, yes, because Mr. Mackey said so, okay. Hi Eric or whoever it is on the Chessbra account right now. It is nice to see you guys. Eric, by the way, is it Eric? Because if it is Eric or Amon, by the way, I don't know if you remember Eric, but we played in South Africa. Okay, in round 2 of the Durban tournament in Durban in 2014, we played a game. I actually used that game in one of my lessons, literally a couple of days ago. So yeah, so if you know, if I look a little different right now because I'm sporting this beard right now, okay, but But yeah, Eric, I played against you. Yeah, we played. Yeah, we played, Eric. We played in round 2. Yeah, I'm sure you can remember. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. So yeah. So bishop a6, guys. Bam. Now he's forced to take. Right. Boom. Boom. And now, of course, we're just putting all the screws on here, right? So now he's in a bit of a pickle because, of course, now he has to do something about this. We're attacking the pawn. We're threatening the pawn as well. Okay. Okay. We're just threatening a7. Okay. I mean, if you don't do anything about it, we're just gonna take it. Okay. Yeah. It was a Grunfeld. Yeah, chess, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Eric. You remember the game. It was I used it as a nice example of how to get counterplay by sacrificing a weak pawn, right? So I gave up the c pawn in order to get activity. And I stepped up the game by playing knight e8, of course, fine, you know, in a bit of time trouble. I messed it up, but I wasn't unhappy about the game. Okay, so the guy takes, right? And the rook takes. And now he defends the pawn by playing queen a8. But after the move, earlier somebody pointed out bishop d6. After the move bishop d6, now he's just in a big fat problem. Okay, now he's just in big fat trouble. Okay, you can't obviously get to c8 now because I'm just controlling it with 2 pieces. Okay, attacking the rook, and after rook d8, he just plays e5, and after bishop drops back, the rook enters on c7. Okay, so and now of course a7 will fall. Okay, so again, it's not a tough example, but it's just an example to show you guys how you can force to take control over an open file. And once you've taken the open file, then you will penetrate the position by either going to the 7th or 8th ranks, okay? And then, of course, you're just creating more problems for your opponent. Okay. And, of course, once your rook is to the 7th rank, then, you know, something has to give at some point. Okay. Yeah, e4 is hanging. You could have tried to take, right? I looked at it even. Here, you can try and take it. It's all yours, but I will take your rook. Cheers, Aniket. So, of course, you know, I'm just threatening to win this way as well. Okay. Cool. So that was the last example for this specific middle game lesson, okay? I hope that helped you guys a little bit, just a little bit about understanding why open files are important, first of all, how to, you know, exploit the fact that you have taken control over an open file, and then also, obviously, we looked at options of how to use other pieces to help us to attack the opposing rooks in order to control the open file. Okay. So, thank you guys, everybody, for popping in today. It was nice seeing you as well, Eric. It's always fun to have a legend in the house. So, that is me. I'm going to say goodbye for now. It is my sleepy time now. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. I am finally... Dracula needs to go sleep. I am Dracula and I need my sleep. The sun is up and I don't want to burn. I do not want to burn, okay? I do not want to die today. The Count Dracula just wants to leave, so I'm going to go to some sleepy time. Whew. Okay, guys, I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed it. Okay. Again, as I pointed out, I will make these videos available on Twitch. Okay, they are available on Twitch. You can go into the archives. Okay, I will also make them into a nice compilation. Okay. Where you of course have all the end games, episode 1, 2, 3, 4 as we go, of course, and you know the middle games has its episodes as well. Okay, we will pretty soon, as we obviously getting bigger, we will create a proper YouTube channel as well, so we can put all the videos on there as well. Thanks, Chess Bro. Yeah, it's a little late, right? I mean, for you, it is what? Currently, it's like 1 a.m. for you guys, but it is 8 a.m. for me. So I stream, obviously, during the wee hours of the night, and then do not like, but of course, it's all for you guys, okay? Thanks, Mar, our stream champion currently. I don't know for how long, but we'll see. You sneaked it in there, but we'll see how long you survive, Mar. We'll see how long you survive. You don't have much rating left, huh? Okay, guys. Again, I just point out, if you're not currently following us on Twitch, just, if you're watching from Lichess right now, you can just click on the red text at the bottom of the video that says Twitch TV/chess doctors. Just click on that, and then you will be taken to the Twitch webpage where you can follow us on Twitch, which of course then you will know when we go live, and you can check out the schedule on there as well, etc. Okay, guys, this is me saying goodbye.